Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Um, Today I want to quickly talk about cooking pots. Why? Because recently I realized I needed to change my pots, some of my pots. Um, for a while now, I have been seeing and reading articles on non-stick pots, especially those coated with Teflon, and how Teflon is carcinogenic and why you should stop using non-stick pots, especially when they start peeling, and why it's advisable not to use non-stick pots. Most non-stick pots, not all of them, but at least a number of brands, we shouldn't use them for longer than 2 to 3 years. And I've had my non-stick pots. I think the oldest will still be 5 years or more. And we know why we like non-stick pots. We know that because it's easier to clean. Your food sticks less often to the bottom. Even when they're born, they're easier to clean. And then you use less oil because you don't have to use so much oil because it's non-stick, it's a non-sticky surface. So that's why I'm sure a lot of people like me like to use the non-stick pot. However, I'll show you. I'm not proud to show you this, but it's the reality of it. See my non-stick pots. See, I hope you can see because of the light. You can see that they have started scratching. This is the best of them. Some of my non-stick pots. Can you see? Can you see all the scratches there? Can you understand why it's nearly almost impossible that some of the particles of that was used, to make sure that it's non-stick would have gotten into the food. Now this is the worst of them all because it's one of my favorite pots. Yay! I'm not happy. I don't do this with all with all pride. I'm ashamed to show you actually. Can you see how bad it's gotten? I'm sure I've had this pot for more than 7 years. So I just decided, you know what, it's time to let them go. They are my favorite pots because they have both of them. Their original covers have broken. I had to get these ones, from my supplier. Yes, and they fit. This multi-purpose. They fit the top of those pots, and they served as replacement covers for the ones that had broken. Having said that, I have other type of pots. I also have stainless steel pots, but they're heavy. This is a Kinox pot. Yeah, very good pot, and I don't use all the time. It's not my everyday pot because of the handle and the fact that it's not see-through, unlike my non-stick pots see-through. So I don't use them. I call them occasion pot. And then I have this enamel cast iron pots that are so heavy. Fantastic pots. I have a set of it. Fantastic, but I wouldn't use it every day for my rice, for my spaghetti, for my macaroni. It is heavy, so I'm being true to myself. Unlike this one, very lightweight, see-through, and all of that. And then having done my research, I realized that there are basically 9 types of pot. From my own research and conclusion, I'll mention some of them. I hope I can remember the 9. So there are the cast iron pots, the enameled cast iron like the one I have, which is enameled. So they're like the enameled inside, like the non-stick quality they have, but also high maintenance pots and very heavy. So then there's the cast iron, the enameled cast iron, the aluminium, the stainless steel, the copper pots, then the newer models or the remodeled ones, the non-stick, the ceramic pots, the carbon steel pots, and not the least, the clay pots. So those are the 9 different type of materials that are used for cooking pots. Now sometimes some of these materials are used in combination. For instance, the stainless steel pot, sometimes we have the tri-ply pot that may have infused in the stainless steel copper or aluminium or steel, depending. So for some of them, for the stainless steel that I mentioned, there's the tri-ply, there's the 5-ply. So there are different types and different quality of stainless steel pots, for instance. For aluminium pots also, some of them have different things in them. copper pots too, some of them may have different things in them, and even our non-stick, our ceramic pots. So sometimes one particular pot has other materials, but it may have, but most of it is one major thing. I think just like this, my stainless steel pot, I think it also must have some other things, because this clad is heavy, so it's not only just stainless steel that is there. So in all of my research, I realized that for each of the pots there are different pros and cons, and I've mentioned the cons of the non-stick pots and why I'm going away from them. They are not durable for the longest time. The recommended time of use is 3 years, to longest 3 years. By then the lining is beginning to wear, and if it is a Teflon coated pot, yeah, you know that some carcinogens are getting into your food. And as much as we can, we should avoid anything that would expose us to carcinogens through our food, our environment, our lifestyle, and all of that. We know all the things that I always advocate for. So I was thinking to move away from non-stick pot as much as I can for the most part, and go for durable pots. And then I realized that from my own research, stainless steel pots are the way to go. I think they are more affordable, and they are versatile. And so there are a number of pros for it. The advantages of stainless, the durability, the fact that they heat up easily, so I'm using less gas. You know, we know how much gas is costing these days now. And but you know, I was a bit confused as to where they get the best ones in our environment, and then I was hoping for also the ones that you see through, because I mean that's the disadvantage for some of the pots that I've had, that the other stainless steel pots and the enamel cast iron, that is making me not use them. And I found, and I got this one from my supplier, and I'm so happy. This is a stainless steel pot. Yay! And it's even oven safe. It's oven safe, it's induction safe, it's dishwasher safe, even though I don't use a dishwasher here. So yeah, so I'm happy to have gotten, and I'll tell you where I got them from. So I'm happy to have gotten this. There's a whole set of it. Yes. And I think I'm going to be changing to and sticking to my to stainless steel pot. I think that when I weigh the pros and the cons, it may be a better bet for me at this time. So if you are where I'm at, please, if you use non-stick pots, go now and check your pots. If it's looking anything like this, you know that, yeah, like me, you should be covering your face, because that is not, it's no longer non-stick, and you've gotten a lot of particles that are not healthy into your food in the past. And even if it looks anything like this, you know it's not any better either. You can see all of the shavings that have come out of that. So so this is my call to you now. I have mentioned 9 types of materials that you can choose from. Look at the pros and cons of each of them, and what you can afford and what is durable. If you have to pay a lot now, you know, for what you will get in terms of durability, will last you longer, I think that is a worthy investment to make. Let's ensure our collective well-being together. So until I see you again, have a lovely, lovely day.